Have you ever felt like you're working so hard, but nothing seems to change? This is the story of Omar, a man who discovered that the greatest treasures aren't always made of gold. Omar was a poor miner, living in a small mud house with his wife Suri and their 2 young children. Life was tough, but Omar possessed something more precious than any metal, an unshakable faith. Every single morning, he would kneel in his yard and pray. "Father, thank you for my family and for the little we have," he'd whisper. "I know I am poor, but my hope is in you. Give me the strength to work and the faith to keep believing." Then, with a quiet heart, he'd head to the river. 4 hours, he would wash sand and stones, his eyes scanning for a glint of gold. Most days, all he found were tiny specks, just enough for a bit of rice. But then Omar would smile and give thanks. Watching him from a distance was Damien, a wealthy gold buyer. Damien had everything money could buy, but he was missing something Omar had in abundance: kindness. He loved to mock Omar. "You'll never find a big nugget," he'd sneer. "You were born to be poor, just bringing me your crumbs." Omar never fought back. He'd simply smile and say, "God can do the impossible. I trust him." One evening, after a particularly fruitless day, Omar knelt in his small room, his heart heavy. With tears in his eyes, he prayed, not for himself, but for his family. "Lord," he pleaded, "please bless us. Give me enough to care for them." That night, Omar had a dream. A man in glowing white clothes appeared and said, "Omar, your faith will be rewarded. Tomorrow, go to the town square, feed the pigeons, and pray." He woke up, his heart pounding, when he told Suri. She looked at him with wide, hopeful eyes. "Perhaps it's a sign," she said. "We should follow it." The next morning, Omar took a small bag of grain and walked to the town square. On his way, he met a frail, hungry old man. Without a second thought, Omar gave him his bag of grain. "I have little, but you needed more." His sight kindly. The old man smiled, blessed him, and then seemed to disappear into the crowd. When Omar finally reached the square, he realized he had no grain left for the pigeons. But strangely, they still flocked around him. Remembering the dream, he closed his eyes and prayed. A feeling of pure peace washed over him as the birds circled. Later that day, he returned to the river. He began panning the sand, his movements patient and rhythmic. Oars, wind. His hands ached. Just as he was about to give up, his eyes fell upon a large, unusual rock. A strong feeling urged him to move it. With every ounce of his strength, he pushed and lifted the heavy stone. And there, nestled underneath, was a gold nugget so large and brilliant it stole his breath. It shone brighter than the sun itself. Omar dropped to his knees, tears of joy streaming down his face. "Thank you," he whispered, over and over. He carried the treasure home, where his family gasped in awe. Together, they knelt and gave thanks. But this is where the story truly begins. Omar sold the nugget in a larger town. He didn't just keep the money for himself. He gave a significant portion to help the poor, remembering his own struggles. With the rest, he started a small, honest business, providing jobs and fair wages for others in his community. He built a comfortable home, but it was filled with the same love and gratitude as his humble mud hut. Damien, the wealthy buyer, watched Omar's rise with disbelief. He saw that Omar's wealth wasn't just in money, but in the respect and love he earned from everyone. Omar's story reminds us that true wealth is built on faith, kindness, and generosity. Sometimes, our greatest breakthroughs come not when we are focused on what we can get, but on what we can give. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more content that inspires. See you next time.